Hello, and welcome to the New World Podcast. I believe this is podcast 5. If it's not, we're going with it.
That's my favorite number.
Ooh, is it?
It is.
Well, stop lying to everyone, because it's really 3.
What?
Well, you know. Okay, so I am Buck Berlin, owner, operator, head honcho of New World Comics. This is Stephanie Cerny. And with us, we have the voice of God, Brad Reed from Nerds to Men.
Bless you, Buck. Bless you, Stephanie.
Yes. I'm feeling better already.
Me too.
Yes.
I needed that. I'm anointed.
Yeah. Well, something's got to get us ready.
Yeah.
So this week we have New World Comic Con coming up this Saturday, July 28th at the State Fairgrounds in the Centennial Building. For those that haven't stopped by the shop or don't know, we are exhausted. We're dying. We are trying to put on the absolute best show that we possibly can for you. We're getting all the comics that we can in order as best we can with the help that we have. I am trying to make Ninja Turtle suits for everyone to come take pictures with and enjoy. And Stephanie is running pretty much the whole thing. I mean, you know, we have other people helping, but no one has done the work that you do. Like, absolutely. Like, I just sit there, I pay for some things. And
You're the face of the con.
Yeah, I'm the face of the con, which, you know, I wish I could have got a better face, but, you know, this is, you do with what you have. So, yeah, I guess we should get started with how all of this got started.
Yeah, how did we even get a con?
Yeah, which is just the craziest
Like,
thing.
who would have thought?
Oh, yeah, well, because, you know, we did the superhero schools, and we thought, man, it'd be really cool to do something big time someday. And then, yeah, we got invited out to the Paramount building. Melody was running it at the time, and she had us do a superhero school for Catholic Charities. And she enjoyed what we did so much that she said, you know, Buck, I think that we need to do some events in the future. And I thought, oh, okay, so more charitable things for kids, cool.
You know, just a little, you know, maybe another superhero school here or there, you know.
We'll do an ice cream social.
Yeah.
Or something, you know, something silly like that. And she says, well, I have all the space in the building, so we could go big next time. I said, what do you mean all the space in the building?
What is go big?
Yeah. And she says, well, you know, we could host events. You know, whatever you want. I said, what, like a comic convention? And she says, yeah, I want to do a comic convention. She said, when's free? And being the smart man that I am, I said, how about 2 weeks before Free Comic Book Day, the biggest day of our year?
Yeah, because that's the Christmas for us, really.
Yeah. So, which she told this to us, was it 2 or 3 months before?
I feel like it was like 2 months.
Yeah, I want to say it was, let's see, probably early to mid-February. She came and talked to me about this, and we're like, we'll do it April.
Yeah.
Yeah, so February, you know.
Like, sure,
Yeah.
Nothing happens in April. That's a good time.
Yeah.
Nothing happens after April. You know, that's important.
Yeah. So we went ahead with it, and we picked up Sarah, who was working at the Paramount at the time.
Sarah Warnicki.
And she was like, hey, guys, I want in on this because I have the floor plans to the building, and we can figure out table setup and that kind of stuff. And she knew where a lot of the stuff was.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, she knew everything about the building. All of the questions we had that no one knew the answers for, she knew everything.
Yeah. And it was a really neat con that we got to put together because it wasn't just one big room. It was a big-ish room and then a not-so-big room and then a whole bunch of smaller places.
Yeah. It's such an amazing building and a nice, like, historic building.
Yeah. Yeah, all the little side rooms that we got to put things in and put people in and rooms that would end up connecting to each other.
Yes.
And it
Like,
you know,
secret passageways.
Yeah, it was just so cool. Except for the point that it wasn't when the air conditioning didn't work.
Yeah, and then maybe, when the fire marshal was like, I think you might have too many people in this building.
Yeah, that was the, wait, what, really? Yeah, well, because, we didn't know what to
we
expect.
had no idea what was happening.
Yeah.
And this was multi-floor, too.
Right.
So we had panels downstairs. They had, like, a little cafe area. We had panels, and upstairs was where we were in the second
Well, and
floor.
then we had the theater, and then around on the other side of the building downstairs, we had the entire other half that was the kids' carnival,
which was
huge.
Yeah, just this kind of outdoor area that was just covered, but all open.
Oh, well, there was that, and then there was the cargo drop-off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where, it had all the extra entrances and everything. Yeah, we had a ton of stuff there. Yeah, we used every available inch of space there.
Yeah, every space we could.
Yeah, and we were expecting 500 people.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, we weren't doing it, I think, to see. Like, we were doing it for us. We weren't doing it like, oh, I wonder how many people we can get in here. Like,
yeah, it was here we are to put on the best convention that we can. And I'm glad that we started off like that, because that's kind of been the spirit of the New World Comic Con since. Mm-hmm. It's not, hey, how much money can we make? How many people can we get in? It's what kind of a time can we give everyone?
Yeah, we want to do the best local vendors, best local artists. We want to put on the best show. Like, our goal isn't to make money. We want to make enough money so we can do another show and sustain the current show we're doing.
Right. And that right off the bat, I talked to Melanie and said, well, let's make this as cheap as we can to get as many people involved. Mm-hmm. And then the more people, the cooler it can be. So, I guess that, part of it is getting as many people as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, the more people, the more fun. But I remember the morning of, it turned out that there was a race downtown.
Oh, there was a marathon going on.
A marathon. And I thought, oh no, the street's blocked off. How are people going to get in? Mm-hmm. And people found their way in. But we ended up taking, there were runners in the marathon that stopped running in the marathon to come and join the convention.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
It was, the one thing I remember was the weather was so nice, and we had people outside in costume, not only by the kids' carnival area, but like in the entrances to kind of let people know.
Right.
Like, hey, come in over here. This is what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really, really cool. But yeah, so it all just kind of blew up from there, and your involvement has kind of grown exponentially, just as, people have either dropped out or didn't cover whatever. You've picked up a lot of slack that I just wasn't able to do, or some people will come and say, hey, I can't cover this, and you take up for them. Why don't you tell everyone what or at least some of what you do?
A lot.
All right, you heard it here, folks.
Yeah. So this year, I'm in charge of all of the vendors through the years, which is something we'll touch on through the years of the con. And also, as a vendor myself, I've met so many amazing local artists that are just friends of mine. So I'm in charge of reaching out to them and being like, hey, this is, we're doing it again this year. But also, as soon as the con ended last year, people were like, hey, can I go ahead and sign up for the next one? I'm like, no, I need a minute.
Yeah.
But, I get together with all the vendors. I designed the floor plan for the vendors. This year, I got all of the volunteers that we have.
Yep.
Which is a group of just amazing people, a lot of people who spend a lot of time in the shop, our superhero school buddies.
It's a real community that has come together to make this thing work.
I mean, this is just a big group effort from everybody who not only cares about the shop, but cares about the local comic book scene, about everything that is important to us.
And that's really what I'm trying to do with the convention, is to build the comic community. Just because, like, anytime that one of the fly-by-night conventions comes by with, here's the 50 actors that they flew in, and here are the comic artists and all that, they don't do well because they're asking too much to get in.
That's not
and they're poorly organized.
Yeah, that's not the audience here. Right. And it's so detrimental to our community, and we have to show people that's not us. That's not what we're about.
Yeah, because the celebrities that they bring in, they see that not everyone shows up to that because they're not willing to pay $50, $60 to get in. Then they think, well, that community just doesn't want us here.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, that's not the case,
Right.
Like, there's a strong cosplay community here. You know, I mean, you'll see it in how much cosplay went up and how, like, amazing it was at Tokyo and Tulsa this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, we just need the environment to, like, foster that and have shows where people can show off these amazing things that they do and show off, like, their fandom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's really what we're trying to do. So, you mentioned the costumes and things like that. This is our 4th year doing the con.
Mm-hmm.
Of the last 3 that we've done, what is the one thing, or what are some of your favorite things that have come out of all of the con?
Rainbow Batman.
Oh, yeah.
The very first year. The kid who won the cosplay contest, the costume contest, Rainbow Batman.
That kid was Drew, yeah. He was obsessed with Rainbow Batman from the cartoon, the old comics where he first showed up, but in Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yes.
You know, he was fighting, I forget, it was Rainbow Raider, or, I'm blanking on the guy's name. Take away my nerd card. We'll blame it on con exhaustion.
Yeah. We're really tired.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. We're here right now.
Yeah. Thank you all for suffering through this with us.
And the best thing, too, is that kid made a deal with his sister. If one of them won, they were going to share the prize.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah. And he was just so proud of his Rainbow
Yes.
Batman, and he wore it to the point that he grew out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, the Ewok.
Oh God!
You loved him so much.
Yeah. The first year we had a kid that was an Ewok, and he was
it was the second year. We were in the Hobbies, Arts, and Crafts building.
Oh, that's right. It was. Yeah. Yeah. This kid dressed up as an Ewok, and he begged his mom to make his Ewok suit. He said, "I know that Ewoks aren't popular, but I really like them, and I just don't care what anyone thinks, so I'm an Ewok." Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's, in life, that was one of the toughest decisions.
Like, he was so excited.
Trying to figure out the kid's best costume.
Mm-hmm. Which is normally the kids are the hardest to choose from.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because they get so excited, and they'll talk about how they helped. We always kind of like ask the kids, why did you pick this character? What did you help work on this? And they get so excited telling you why they chose it and what they did, and they're so proud of this costume.
Right, and I mean, some of the kids are like really involved in making them.
Mm-hmm.
There's one kid that put together his Deadpool suit. And he took off the mask, and then he had the second, mask underneath that was, the messed up skin face. Yeah. I was just floored by that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with all the best that comes along, what would you say is, I don't know, what are some of the not best experiences putting this thing together? Either experiences at the con or some things that a lot of people wouldn't normally know that you have to go through putting this thing together.
I think it's surprising to realize how unreasonable people can be when they want something from you.
Oh, yeah?
They're like, I really want to do your con, but I don't want to pay for a table, and I want to be right by the door. So make that happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And I'm guessing that it's not one or two people that do that.
No, it's like a lot of people think that, hey, you've heard of me, right? And I want to do this show, but...
Jerry Bennett.
Yeah, oh my gosh. That guy.
We charge him extra.
So I mean, it's crazy that people... And we don't charge a lot for our tables.
No. Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I've seen, we're at least tied with the cheapest tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think OFCON does $50 tables.
Which our vendor tables are 8 feet, $50,
Yeah.
And it made me sad when we had to raise I think our first year price was $40.
Yeah, and that's just because that's how the Paramount worked. And then we went to the State Fair and prices were different.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, well, we have to pay for tables and chairs.
And everyone was like, only 50? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's no problem.
Like this dynamic, and it's so different. Like some people are like, what's the catch here?
Yeah.
Like, do I have to pay to get in along with my table? Like, do I have to pay for passes? Like, do I have to pay for the chair? Like, do I need to bring my own chair? So it's $50, but I have to bring my own table, right? And I'm like, no, that's everything included, Yeah, so you have those people, and then you have, the complete other side of it.
Right. We vet a lot of the vendors.
I check out everybody's. I ask everyone for photos or their Facebook pages or their websites. Like, I want to know who's going to be at this con.
And we're not unreasonable about who we let in. But what would you say are some of the most outlandish things that we've had to shoot down?
So we make a big deal by saying this is for local artists, local, Oklahoma City and the surrounding areas. I'm really excited. We have some artists who are actually traveling here this year. Like, that's like such a big deal. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. But local artists, local vendors. And then I get a bunch of emails from people who want to sell like Scentsy.
Oh yeah. Just here's my perfume or perfume.
Which, not even talking about how that might be horrible for everyone else, near them and everything like that, or I want to set up at your con and sell insurance.
Yeah.
Like, no, not really.
I remember one of the fly-by-night cons that set up here, they had, I think, 8 different booths selling these little hand massagers or something like that, and every time you walk by, they try to hand you a thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we went to the con together,
right? Well,
and we were trying to avoid these people.
Well, yeah, and
because we didn't want to get they would chase you down and harass you.
So yeah, eventually I just took they'd hand you a thing and then catch you and
just take it so they won't.
Yeah, so
stop you anymore.
I took it and started walking. Yeah, and then. It got to the point where security had to come and see what was happening because I was just ignoring him and going on, and he wouldn't bother me the rest of the con.
Like it, it's not what we're about. It's not what we're ever going to be about.
Right.
Like we're here for the comics.
Yeah, we're comics and nerd related things.
Yeah.
Like we have more than just comic.
Oh
related
yeah,
things.
There's so many amazing different vendors, but they're handcrafted vendors.
The Harry Potter.
Yes,
people.
Gilly Goods Emporium.
Yeah.
Are one of my favorite friends.
Yes.
They handcraft their entire. They're gonna have 3 tables this year, handcrafted Harry Potter stuff.
That's really cool.
That's all they sell.
Yeah,
and it's so awesome because they make these things. Mm-hmm. That's great. And we have some really amazing people who make mugs and other people who make different types of ceramics, and you can see the love that they have in this craft. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's what it's about, is appreciating everyone has their own thing that they make and that they love and they put into this.
Yeah, and one year we had the guy that made robots out of found trash.
Yes, which was kind of creepy when you saw a Furby without any.
Well, yeah, but
anything
then,
on him.
But he did things too, when he turned it on and made it go. It was that's really cool.
Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah. It went from that's horrific looking while it's static, but when it started moving. It was an entirely different creature.
And the thing that was so awesome was the people who were buying that were, I remember a lot of kids that, weren't teens yet, but weren't like kids. And that's so exciting. So I'm yeah, get them into electronics, get them into this really cool thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So what surprised you most in doing all of this?
I think getting to know everybody. I never expected to have so many genuine friends from doing the con.
Yeah.
These aren't I hate to just say, the vendors. I know all of these people. I know their names. I know what they sell. I know what kind of setup they like. I mean, I know everything about them. Mm-hmm. If I saw them, at Target, they're my friends, and I've met so many amazing people. And I mean, that's how I met, the voice of God over here was through the con,
Yeah. You were the Justin Nemo wrangler,
Yeah.
making sure we stayed away.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's got to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were attacking him like he was
We
chumming
saw-
the water.
We saw that look in your eye. It said no.
But I mean, it's just also finding out how much the local community has to offer. Like, you don't realize the talent
Oh yeah,
in this area. It's astounding.
like Alteracy before she hit it big.
Oh my gosh, she's like one of my favorite people, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she realizes how amazing she is, and like she's gonna be so famous.
Oh yeah. Well, and I hope that she remembers me as that jerk who would always mess with her.
Yes,
'Cause I always do.
constantly.
Yeah.
Like anytime she's in the store.
Yeah. Every time she's in the store, I always leave a How to Draw Comics book for her, which she's absolutely one of the most capable people that's ever stepped foot in this place.
Yeah, she
More
still
so
comes
that-
back
yeah.
and she puts up with you.
Oh, I know. She is awesome.
And I'm so excited we're doing a panel. Like, she's going to be one of our panels this year.
Which there will be very, very few questions that I wrote to mess with her, but yeah. With the panels, you bring up a good point. We try to write most of the questions and get everything that we want to know.
Yeah.
Out of all the people that we present to you, the crowd, just to make sure that we get the insight that we think that either isn't asked all the time or that people wouldn't normally, think of.
Yeah. Or maybe they're too shy, or they don't want to ask at the panel.
Yeah, they don't want to be rude, so I will.
Yeah. just get that out of the way.
Well, not terribly rude. It's mean-spirited, good-natured. I'd say
That's what you say now until the Jerry panel didn't.
just ask Jerry about all that. Every year it's the how much can we mess with Jerry? And
Every year.
but we make sure that Jerry at least has a good
Yeah.
I always think, okay, will Jerry have fun with this?
Mm-hmm.
Like last year's Jerry Bennett panel was we did a research on people named Jerry Bennett and all of their accomplishments.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can call them accomplishments.
Yeah, one of the questions was, so what was it like winning the marathon in 9th grade right after you murdered someone at your own funeral? Yeah. He says, what? I said, answer the question, Jerry.
He's had a very fascinating life he doesn't know about.
He really has, yeah. Well, because we started off with what sounded like just wrong information, and he tried to clear that up. Mm-hmm. And then it got more and more outlandish as we went. I think there's video on.
But there's thanks to Drew Stone, we definitely have video of that.
You know what? Let's make the voice of God work for this. So we'll have the link to that here. Is that a thing that we can do?
Or here?
Yeah?
I don't know.
Or
here?
Yeah,
Somewhere.
right here. Make this weird. Yeah.
Which we have all of the panels recorded.
Yeah.
And we live streamed them last year.
Yeah.
So we're going to have them either live streaming or recorded or both this year.
I think we're just recording just because Drew Stone's coming back from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, so sad for him.
Yeah. Rough life, Drew Stone leads.
The worst.
So I think that he's just recording all
Which
that.
is amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. The setup that he brings is just, yeah. It's years beyond what I thought that we would ever end up with.
Yeah, he has very much advanced the con.
Yeah, I thought that we'd have like the stand-up comedian setup where it's microphone and amp. Not to say that we don't, because we have Brad Chad Porter.
Yes.
Running most of the panels, so we have that going for us. But speaking of the lighting system and the sound system, all the impressive stuff. Where would you like to see the con go?
So we've been talking, and one thing that people keep asking us for every year after the first year was, so do you guys have gaming? When are you guys going to get gaming? Can I set up gaming? Like, why don't you have gaming? Do you not like gamers? Like, like this constant, like, I think our goal for next year is to add a gaming area, which I'm super excited about.
If everyone comes out and brings their friends and family and other people that want to go, and maybe even a few that don't.
Yes, they'll enjoy it. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Like, the con's amazing.
Don't sound creepy.
Yes.
No.
I'm cute. I'm not creepy. It's okay.
Listen, I've tried that line before, and it does not work. I apologize. No. Bring people out, and based on attendance, that means that we can.
If we get good attendance, we can get a bigger building next year, and we can add this amazing gaming area. Maybe we can have 2 panel areas next year.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we have like the one thing I'm not out of is ideas.
Yeah.
Like, I have so many ideas for the con.
Right. Yeah. This year we ran out of panel space. Which the 3 previous years it was what else? Yeah. Oh no, what else? What do we need to do?
Yeah. What will people like? Well, I'll like this. Will they like this?
Right. And we have some people that have great insights on technical things and how tos, and we can do demos and like you say, gaming. So if you have any interest in any of that, please bring
let
your
us
friends,
know.
family,
and definitely come out.
So yeah. So you in my opinion are the top super helper. The con would not be a thing without your help. But I feel saying that almost detracts from some of the other helpers. Who would you say are some of the biggest helpers that need acknowledgement?
I would definitely say Mama Kate.
Sarah Cage?
Because she just handles the kids' carnival area like nobody's business. She just handles everything.
Yeah, well, and not just that. She will, find out that we need to feed people.
And magically snacks show up. Yeah. I mean, she's doing so much, and it's not just the con. Like, she's good to us all the time.
Yeah, and I mean,
like, she's such an amazing person, and that's.
Yeah, and we call her Mama Cage not just because she's had 3 kids. She's kind of a mom to everyone.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She, like, if someone's having a tantrum, she'll shut them down real quick
with hugs.
Yeah, or just the nope, you're going too far. Dial it back.
Like, and everybody listens to her.
Yeah, anytime someone's playing diva, myself included,
she will set you straight.
Oh yeah. She's one of the few people that will put me back in my place. So, which someone's got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have to say Jared, who hangs out in con ops.
Yeah.
Like, no one realizes there has to be somebody in con ops to make sure everything is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're out on the floor like crazy people, but he is in this room. It sounds horrible. It's air conditioned.
Yeah.
There's a door.
he's in a room and he chooses to be there.
Yeah, this is what he excels at. He's so good at this.
Yeah, he's you need to be here, turn left here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just making sure our plan and everything that is here and written down happens.
Yeah.
Because we don't have time to make that happen,
Yeah.
And then, Sarah Warnicki is helping out so much.
Well, without her, we wouldn't know that we needed a con ops.
Yes.
or a weapons check.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Like, the one thing, I was a vendor, and the one thing you miss out on cons, like, I know how to be a great vendor. I know how to tell people who are vendors everything they need to know from my experience. I don't know that other side of the con, or at least I didn't when we first started this.
Right.
And that was amazing to have somebody who can share all this knowledge of all of these other cons she had volunteered at, telling us, okay, well, this needs to be like this, and this needs to be like this, and you should probably have this, and, this needs to be like this. Like, we didn't know all these things.
Yeah, and anytime that I need someone to go be mean to someone, Sarah, go get him. She's like, I'm on it, boss. She's awesome.
Yes. And then we have, the con is Saturday. But we have vendors show up on Friday to set up. Before the vendors even show up, we have a whole set of people who come make sure everything is set up before the vendors show up.
Yep, we have all the kids that are just want to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
That my nephew is just, oh my God.
Yeah, he is your assistant through the entire con.
He really is. It's funny because I brought him around the shop just to kind of get him out of his room.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see him and he was just this mopey team that like to sit in the darkness and sulk.
Yeah,
and it's funny because now he'll be up here and he'll still be kind of a punk teenager.
Yeah, but he will in front of other people. Like he's like a person now.
Yeah, he'll talk to people. He takes charge now,
which is crazy.
Yeah, like I couldn't be more proud of my nephew. Like he's so amazing. He just leaps and bounds from when he started, to the point where he's like pretty close to managing parts of the store.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's oh man, listen, look at this kid. There are times that he'll spout out comic knowledge that
Yeah, like
I completely forgot.
like what?
Oh yeah, wow. How did you know that? I thought I was the only one who knew that.
Yeah, but of course he knows that.
Right, and he's for those who watch our videos, he's more often than not our awkward teenage Spider-Man.
In the Centennial Building.
Yeah,
the Centennial Building.
Yeah, and there's the Star Trek video where people think that he says something untoward, but no, he says Spock death.
Yes.
Yeah, not the F-bomb that everyone thinks.
No,
Nope.
he's not allowed to say that.
Yep. But yeah, Ben is great, and if you all see the broccoli-headed nephew in probably his flannel, because
yeah, that's what no matter if it's 120 degrees, he's going to wear long sleeve flannel because that's what cool kids do.
Yeah. I get, he wanted to be Eddie Vedder in a different life, I guess. I don't know.
He might have been. But, like we have and then tearing down, we have so many people who will, a lot of the people who help us early to set up are the same people who are helping us tear down.
Right.
And it's just, and they do this because they care and they want to help. We have great guys like Blaine and Peyton who, like last year, Drew had appendicitis.
Yeah.
He couldn't lift anything. They set up his entire setup for him.
All the lights and camera crew and all the AV stuff.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, you guys set this up.
Yeah.
Sure. Good luck with that.
And then there's our super secret superpower, David Craig.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He
yes.
Yeah. He's the guy who keeps everyone safe.
Yeah. You guys will probably see him when you come to the con. Chances are he'll be at one of the front tables.
Yeah, he'll be checking weapons, making sure that nothing comes through.
Yeah, so important to have him there, and it makes me feel safe knowing he's there.
Yeah, and he's pointed out a couple suspicious people that hey, keep an eye on them. Hey, make sure that so there's a lot of safety that goes on that a lot of people don't notice, which means he's doing his job right.
Yeah, that's how we're doing it right, is if you don't know something's happening.
Yeah.
Because he handles it before anything happens.
Yeah. Yeah. He's handled all sorts of situations and made sure that nothing happened. So, which is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
What is allowed in the con and what isn't allowed? As far as, with the cosplay and everything.
Playful shenanigans are allowed.
Yeah.
Not so playful shenanigans, not allowed.
No, not exactly what he's asking for here.
I know.
Voice of God.
Yeah. Thank you, voice of God. Thou shalt not.
Right.
Bring metal weaponry.
Yeah, no real weapons.
Right.
Yeah, no metal guns or swords or nunchucks or swords or swords. No stabby objects. Any gun that does not have an orange tip, is an illegal item.
Yes.
And
which we can include a picture of that so people know what we're talking about. Definitely.
Yeah. It's against the law to have, even if it looks like a Halo blaster, if it looks like nothing that could be fired at a thing, has to have an orange tip. Otherwise, it is absolutely not allowed in the con, and potentially the police might get involved.
Yes.
Because, again, it's, very serious illegal item.
Yeah, and even if you you have weapons that you're not going to carry, like you want throwing stars glued to your body, like as part of a costume. That's not okay either because it's a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
like I think we had that possibly one year. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
he had throwing daggers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything like that needs to be foam. It needs to be, paint. It needs to be cardboard. It needs to be not metal.
Yeah. But even with weapons check, we'll zip tie everything that comes through, so we know it definitely went through weapons check.
Right, and anything that we think might not be safe, like say someone has a big giant hammer or mallet, whatever, and it looks like it weighs, 50, 60 pounds, and they can't carry it, like they're having a hard time carrying it, we're going to ask them not to bring that in. Because whenever the strength goes out, it could fall on someone, could damage someone's stuff,
Yeah. We have to think of everybody involved. Like, we not only want to keep you, the person who has these weapons, safe. We want everybody who's at the con safe, all of everybody.
Yeah. So that's that's most of it. We're not trying to be wet blankets on anything, but we just want to make sure that everyone knows not to bring certain things. Please use common sense. That's key, in not only the con and cosplay, but in life.
What are you most excited about for the con, other than getting turtles done?
Getting all of it done.
Well, okay, that doesn't count either, because yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's right now is that really weird time that I'm not thinking about the time that I'm going to have there, because I know that that's going to be amazing. So I'm just kind of skipping through to all of it being over, just the not worrying about getting all the comics in order, because it looks like we might not have all the Marvel and DC stuff perfectly in order, and the Image and Dark Horse and all the miscellaneous stuff might not be in order, which really bums me out, and I'm really, really upset about that. But it is what it is.
Yeah, there's only so much, control the controllables right now.
Right, and I'm trying to make these turtle suits so everyone can come and take the pictures with them. Cause I remember when I was little and got to take a picture with a Ninja Turtle. Like, that's with me, now. Like, it's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. So anyone who's been a fan or, has become a fan, can have these, really cool things that I'm making, which hopefully they're up to, everyone's standards.
Yeah.
I know that someone's done them better, louder, faster,
but it'll be, us, and we're going to do superhero school with them, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, these are at least version 1 of the Turtles.
Yeah.
So we'll have those. But as far as the con goes, I look forward to watching the video of Natasha Altarisi's panel, Jerry's panel, and Justin's panel the most.
So Quick Draw is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. And for those that don't know, Quick Draw is one of the games that we play up here at the store whenever it's super, super slow, which is, from time to time.
Or like on special occasions.
Not often, but yeah. Especially, anniversary parties, that kind of thing. Sometimes someone from the store will have like a birthday party or something. And what it is I'll have one person come up with a list of 10 things and another person come up with a list of 10 things, and you put them together and you read it straight across. So you read item 1 and 1. So it's like toaster cat, or like microphone toilet, or glue fan, and you have 1 minute to draw whatever that is.
Yes, it's so much fun.
Yeah, so you get everyone's different interpretations of whatever a toaster cat is.
Yes.
Like, is it, a toaster that is shaped like a cat? Is it a cat that, like, has a toaster and he's like, hey?
Yeah.
Or is it like a cat that's, like, toasting?
And, like, you'll get all of them.
Yeah, you'll get all sorts of different things. So it's wherever that artist's mind goes. And some of them are just hilarious. And the more esoteric the term is, the better everything gets. To a point, although sometimes it gets a little too like, hold on, let me wrap my brain around this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really, like, this year is the first year Jerry Bennett has ever done Quick Draw.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. So that's going to be super exciting.
Oh, and Marcus is going to be in on
yes.
it. So.
Oh my gosh. I had to talk Carrie I had to mention it to Carrie to talk Marcus into doing it.
To those that don't know, Carrie and Marcus are a couple that help out quite a bit here at the shop with Superhero School, and Marcus probably drew a few pictures for you all during Free Comic
and
Book
he's
Day.
incredibly talented.
Yeah.
And doesn't realize that he's good.
So anyone who sees Marcus, just walk up and say, "Hey, man, you're incredibly talented."
He's super talented.
Just don't give him any context. I like this better in life when people just walk up and say things just completely out of context.
And then we have Greg Harms.
Yeah.
Which I'm super excited. He's going to be at the con this year. He's one of my my guys who's going to be traveling into the con.
Cool.
So that's awesome. He met Alan Grimes and Jerry Bennett at a different con, and they told him about our con. And he's like,
man.
hey, I want to do this.
Alan's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't get terribly, like, celebrity struck by, like, actual celebrities. But, like, Alan's one of those, like, when I saw this stuff, I was like, hello. Like, Natasha, to some extent, I'll still, like, hi, you're talented. Hello. I'm being weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, see, I can be like that because I'm a girl. I'm like, hi, you're adorable, and I love you.
See, I can't say these things.
Yeah, I can say it. I can get away with it.
I'm a big, fat, hairy guy that, like,
and then to round it off, we have Deanne Stone.
Yes.
Who mostly does, like, watercolors.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so exciting to see somebody...
break out of their normal medium, Yeah. So yeah, those are things that I'm pretty excited about.
And like kind of like as we're talking, I'm kind of thinking about what you said. I don't know what the con's going to be like.
Yeah, because every year it's kind of a different flavor.
Yeah, like I remember running around like crazy last year and just like talking. My face hurt because I smiled so much and I was so excited. And I was talking to everybody.
Yeah,
but like right now, I just want to like stop having like anxiety con dreams.
Yeah. I'll say that this is probably our most labor intensive con, short of the very first one where we had to make everything.
Yeah, well, we didn't know what we were doing. And now, we added more tables this year.
Yeah.
We're doing an incredibly ambitious superhero school.
Yeah.
that we've never done before.
Yeah, it's easily the most requested one.
Yes.
Yeah. Like ever since we started doing superhero school, the first question wasn't, "Hey, are you going to have Batman, Captain America, Spider-Man, Superman?" It's that, "So when are you all doing Ninja Turtles?"
Yeah. And can I be in it?
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, I understand I want to be a Ninja Turtle too, but God made me differently. A turtle I will not be.
Like, I mean, like, I think if we made this a play, people would be like, "I'll be mutagen."
Yeah.
I want to be part of this.
Yeah, which is really, really cool, and it means that for future superhero schools, we'll have the unlimited class.
Yeah.
So,
which is like really exciting.
Yeah. And hopefully it means that I'm getting better and better at making suits.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, and honestly, all that being said, enough nice, wonderful things can't be said about my wife. Like, she has been so supportive about all of this, and even when she hasn't been, she's been at least nice. There are times it's that you're doing what? Okay. And, I always say that you reserve the right to say, "I told you so." Anytime something doesn't go wrong.
Yeah.
But, she'll have her "I told you so" moment. And then she'll pull all my fat out of the fire, and she's been painting the turtles.
Oh yeah, and
they look so
amazing.
They look so much better than what I've made.
Like the job she did on it is amazing.
Yeah,
like Kira is the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. She and I don't craft well together. Like, she and I are amazing on everything else. Like, we just we almost never fight at all. Like, it weirds out other couples how little we fight.
Well, until you're working on like Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, well, yeah, and and we finally figured out it's just because we craft so differently.
Yes.
Like, I'm just an organic like crafter. Like, all right, I have this idea, let's go. And she has the idea, and it's okay, let's plan this out in a very meticulous way, and let's build a step-by-step process. And her way drives me insane, and my way drives her insane.
Yes.
But it's really fun to see what we collaborate on, because it looks so much better because we've both had our hands in it.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
Yeah. So I think that's really kind of fun. If anyone sees my wife at the con, tell her thank you for everything, because none of this would have happened without her.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so thank you, Kira. I love you. You're the best, most beautiful tiny wife I could ever hope for. And honestly, I think with that we should cap it.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I'm gonna go have the rare dinner with my wife this week of the con.
Yeah.
One of the few times I get to see her. So with that, I've been Buck Berlin, owner, schlub of New World Comics. This is Stephanie Cerny, and our voice of God, Brad Reed from Nerds to Men, has been doing all the audio visual stuff with us. If you haven't checked out Nerds to Men, it's a podcast that they've been so gracious to let me come and talk ad nauseum about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the third nerd.
Yeah.
And I'm Cameo now.
Yeah.
So be sure to check that out.
Yeah. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the convention.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.